Welcome back to Definitely Not Definitive. I'm Ken.
And I'm Bethany.
And we're just a diabolical couple in love that loves reacting to some Diablo.
We're getting back to Diablo.
Yeah, and so we're checking out Diablo 2 Resurrected, all cinematics, acts 1 through 5. So we wanted to play Diablo 4. We wanted to play Diablo 2, also Resurrected when that came out, but we just got such a long gaming list, and I'm just like, you know what? I mean, we can still play it even after watching the cinematics. So we're gonna start with Diablo 2. We've already checked out Diablo 3 cinematics. We bounce around all over the place. But if you want all of our Diablo reactions, check out the description of this video. We got a playlist there for you. Okay, you ready to check this out?
I'm so ready.
Spider, step on it.
So, Marius, at last I find you.
Man, the level of detail is crazy. Oh.
Whoa. Tyrael. Yes. Yes, now I recognize you. I should have known you'd travel in disguise. They're always watching.
I've been searching for you for a long time, Marius. I was rather beginning to think you didn't want to be found.
Oh, forgive me, Tyrael, please. It wasn't my fault.
Not your fault.
Don't think he's gonna buy that.
Tell me, Marius, how was it not your fault?
The Wanderer. Yes, it was the Wanderer. My days in the Rogue Citadel seemed so long ago. I sought refuge from my memories in the company of other outcasts high in the mountains past the Eastern Gate. Sleep for days at a time. For when I dreamt, the memories would return.
Oh.
Memories of the monastery and the evil which had claimed it. Dreams, memories. I couldn't tell the difference anymore.
Poor guy.
Had the evil from my dreams followed me at my heels? How had he found me here? How could this broken shell of a man, barely able to carry the weight of his own sword, be the burning terror which drove me to hide here? He seemed to have demons of his own. He struggled to contain.
Oh.
Oh, I don't think you're gonna laugh for very long.
Yeah.
He was losing.
funny, is it? Ooh. Oh.
As I watched, I became convinced that I was truly mad. The terror, the destruction, the evil I witnessed. How else could I explain them? Were these the demons from my dream, or were they born within the wonder?
How did you survive all this? Ooh.
Oh, damn. I guess on the bright side it was quick.
Yeah. Okay, sucks it all back in.
Jesus, look at that.
I smoked too much weed.
Reminds me of the Nazgul when they tell Frodo, I see you.
Yeah. It's gotta be pretty hot in there. Why are you just like slowly strolling out?
I don't know. Why do things happen as they do in dreams? All I know is that when he beckoned, I had to follow him. From that moment, we traveled together, east. Always into the east.
Oh, cool intro.
Yeah.
Nice.
Traveled east, over the mountains and into the vast deserts of broken lands. As the days passed, my companion told me of himself, that he had once been a great warrior, and that a dark and secret burden now weighed heavily upon him.
Come on, he's on the camel.
Coming.
For an eternity across that arid wasteland.
Oh.
I couldn't say. And always
Don't kick it.
a dark cloud seemed
Camel
to
tried
follow
saying not
us
to go into the desert.
just over the
I
horizon.
listen.
Finally, the journey ended. We climbed the last bridge. There below
Pretty
us
sunset.
lay our destination. The shining jewel, Root Lane, with a great sea beyond. We made camp there last night. Perhaps it was the warm desert wind or the sound of the ocean, but for the first time in many weeks, I slept. However, the dreams returned, but these were clearly not my own. I beheld a vision of a great man, the mage Talrasha. You were there too, Tyrael. I remember seeing you in my dream. His brethren had cornered a great demon in Baal, Lord of Destruction, who had been set loose upon the world. They attempted to imprison the demon within a sacred stone. Yet when their attempts failed, Talrasha selflessly volunteered to contain the demon within himself, completing the prison. He instructed his brethren to bind him within a tomb, buried under the sand, and there to wrestle with the demon for all eternity.
teaching. Better man than I am.
Now you know what I seek, Marius. This is my brother. Sleep now. We set out with the dawn.
The next morning, we walked over the hill toward Lutgolain. I had no idea then of the horrors that were in store for me there. My companion drew in the dank, cold air of the tomb. It seemed to strengthen him. I stood in the doorway between light and dark. What was left of my sanity implored me not to enter.
Should have listened.
That voice was just a whisper now. As we worked our way down, deeper and deeper into the crypt, I began to see a change in my companion. He seemed to be gaining strength. I could hardly see in the gloom, but my companion seemed to know the way. We came at last to a great hall.
Oh!
What the hell?
And you're still standing there with the torch. Not
It was then
running.
I realized my companion hadn't been gaining strength. He had been losing what was left of his humanity.
Yep.
Oh, good. You're still following.
So the guy became when he sacrificed himself, or whatever. And like,
He moved with demonic speed, and then you appeared.
The beast contained herein shall not be set free, not even by you.
it's a trick.
Oh, you poor fool. That sounds judgmental, but I'd probably be just as foolish, so
Oh yeah, I mean. But luckily we don't deal with this kind of stuff.
you're gonna regret that.
You have just ensured the doom of this world. You cannot even begin to imagine what you've set in motion this day. Go to the Temple of Light in the eastern city of Karas. There you will find the gate to hell opened before you. You must find the courage to step through that gate, Marius. Take the stone you hold to the Hellforge, where it will be destroyed. Now run. Take the stone and run.
Uh-oh. Kill the angel?
What choice did I have? I ran. I did as you told me, Tyrael. I found the temple of the Zakarum. In the deepest recesses of the temple, I found a dark gathering. My companion, the Wanderer, Talrasha, and a great evil who could only be the Lord of Hatred himself, Mephisto. Ooh. I heard a voice that, like 1,000 needles in my heart.
My brothers, at long last we stand reunited. The infernal gate has been prepared, and the time of our final victory is at hand. The way to hell be open. And the evil that was once vanquished shall rise anew. Wrapped in the guise of man, shall he walk amongst the innocent, and terror shall consume they that dwell upon the earth. The skies shall rain fire, and the seas will become as blood. The righteous shall fall before the wicked, and all creation shall tremble before the burning standards of hell.
What I saw then was not meant for mortal eyes.
No.
The gate stands ready.
You just keep getting uglier.
Now, my young brother, the time has come to assume your true form.
That's painful.
Mm-hmm.
Arise, Diablo. Lord of Terror. You are the harbinger of our return, Diablo. Send forth your terror into hell.
Diablo just said, "You got the boss of me, no one is."
Yeah. Dude, you're screwed.
I heard later that he was defeated.
No, thanks to you.
Were destroyed in Hellforge. All except one. Oh, I failed, Tyrael. I couldn't do as you asked. I couldn't enter that gate. Forgive me, Tyrael. Forgive me.
I don't think he's gonna forgive you. It's not an angel of justice or mercy.
Marius, give me the stone, and all is forgiven.
No, it's not Tyrael.
Oh, you can't really be this dumb.
Give it to me, Marius.
No.
Take it. I'm glad this is finally over, Tyrael. Look what the stone has done to me.
failed, old man. You've done exactly as you were meant to do. However, I am not the Archangel Tyrael.
Yeah.
There. No. No, 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 no.
You have done well, Marius. Now I think you shall have your reward.
Ooh. Oh. What are you like calling for? Ooh, okay. Looking for a friendly face?
I really don't think they're deterred by you stomping your stick, dude.
I know, right?
Don't you? As the door slowly like
Yeah.
close behind him, like, okay, dude, you're on your own.
Good luck. Negotiate a peace treaty.
He's got courage. I'll give him that.
Bail! The gates of Secheron have stood for eons beyond remembrance, and you shall not breach them now. Remove your foul demons from our lands. We stand on the side of light. You shall not be allowed to reach Mount Ariat, and that which you seek will not be yours.
Trying to clear language.
I shall take your position into consideration.
Yeah, I bet you will.
Well, it seems your terms are not acceptable.
Yeah.
This was quick.
Yeah. Lord of Destruction. Sweet. Angels have such a cool design in this. Get ready. So not exactly sure what he did there at the end. Do you?
I have no idea.
Okay. I mean, it was a cool cinematic shot, and like, you know, with the, like I said, with his wings and everything, the angel design in this is just so badass. But I'm not sure what he was destroying there at the end. So please let us know down below in the comments about that. But I thought these cinematics were, I mean, just the level of detail in all of it was phenomenal and very effectively creepy and yeah, scary.
This takes the whole like biblical heaven and hell to such a theatrical and detailed place,
Yeah.
which I think is doing it right. I mean, whether you believe in that stuff or not, like if you're coming at it from a pure story cinematic perspective, making it that epic can only serve your story. And if you truly believe in heaven and hell, then like, yeah, I would imagine you kind of think this is the extent of it. Like if hell's gonna be a scary place, like let's go all the way. And this is terrifying. I mean, it really takes that whole kind of mythical, magical, crazy, evil, diabolical place and it puts it all right there for you in a way that is, it feels weird to say attainable, like mentally attainable, because it's on such a big scale, and yet at the same time, like somehow because of that you can dive into it more, like you can fall into it in a way that I think if it was at all scaled back, you'd be like, meh, it's entertaining, or like, I don't, you know, or the alternative would be like, I don't believe this.
Then it becomes cheesy.
Yeah. And like, no, they went for the horror. They went for the you couldn't possibly stand up to this no matter how good you are, because just look at the scale of demons and hell and their power. And I mean, that shot of the guy walking out of the jail cell from Marius after he takes the stone, and just like in shot. His wake, like the trail of his cape, like fire just, and boom, it engulfs the room in seconds. I mean, it's that, and then the Lord of Destruction, and how he kills the poor envoy from the city that's definitely not gonna last.
Oh yeah.
And like the magic swirls, and you're like, whoa, what's gonna happen? What's gonna happen? And something goes into him, and you're like, okay, now what? And then boom, and like he explodes from the inside. I mean, it's just, it is on such a scale, and the detail is so fantastic that It's terrifying and entertaining and fascinating all at once.
I think you summed it up perfectly. I don't know if there's that much more I can add to that. I loved some things I love. This was a shot in the cell, like right before he left, grabs the stone, the yellow stone, and brings it up and says he's not Tyrell, and like you like the look on his face and like it changes and everything, like as the light comes from the stone.
So
that
good.
was so well done. I also feel like it was almost more terrifying, like the Lord of Destruction, and like the sort of twisted, almost like a twisted humanity, like kind of like a human face, but all like disfigured and like with like a spider like body and everything. That's kind of more terrifying than, I mean, not that like Diablo doesn't like scare the shit out of me, and like I wouldn't like, you know, just absolutely melt if I saw Diablo like in real life. I mean, that aside, what I'm saying is that like that to me is scarier than Diablo, which is terrifying, like I said. But I don't know, it's just there's just something different. I guess it's a little bit more relatable to see something that I find more familiar, I guess.
What I also loved was that our kind of like our eyes into this, the person who we're following the story of, Marius, we meet him in a tavern where in my mind he's smoking opium out of his pipe. He's obviously trying to escape his demons. And I just thought there was like just really powerful storytelling in that, because often people who are grappling with addiction, they very much are trying to escape their own demons, whatever that might be, from what has happened to them in their lives. And Marius is doing exactly that, and yet his demons find him. Yeah. And that whole bar, everybody around him falls. And he just walks out of there trying to kind of like grapple with what just happened. I just thought, like, I don't know, the humanity that they injected into this world of demons and evil was powerful.
I think also the commentary on that is that, like, you know, by trying to escape your demons through those kind of like methods and like trying to escape it instead of like confronting it, you are really just inviting more demons to the party, and just, you know, falling further and further down. I actually covered this, so do a comic book channel as well, like trying to kind of like in a comic book channel podcast sort of thing. But I was reading the Lost Hunt is a Spider-Man series, limited series that came out with 5 issues. And what I really liked about that was the theme of the difference between a hero and a villain is basically like heroes are able to conquer their demons and overcome them, whereas like villains are ones that sort of like give in to their demons and let like drive them. And so I mean, we're all like, you know, we all have battles and we all have challenges that we gotta overcome, and just, you know, do you want to be a hero? Do you want to be a villain?
Well, I think also too, that kind of goes into a sort of a family debate that we were having with a relative about courage. And like, is courage the absence of fear, or is courage facing your fear? And Ken and I very much felt that courage was not the absence of fear, but that in the presence of fear, you are willing to stand up and face it. And I think that is also what makes heroes in our world. It's not the people who aren't afraid, because if you're not afraid, I don't know, I think there's something wrong with you. If you're facing with these guys and you're not afraid, well, why the not? They're terrifying. But to see evil, whether it's like within yourself, we all have a light and shadow side, or whether it's in your environment, and to stand up to it despite your fear, that is the true test of courage. That's what makes heroes. But it's not an easy thing to do. I mean, we all
easier said than done, yeah.
We all applaud it. We all like, oh yeah, if I were facing a terrorist, I would totally stand up and do the right thing. Okay, sure, you'd want to. I know you'd want to. Doing it in the face of somebody who might be armed with a gun, or I don't know, like crashing a plane. You know, like, none of us know what we're going to do in that situation. We all know what we want to do. None of us know what we're going to do when we're faced with that kind of fear.
So we all, as we're watching this, you know, like we'll criticize the guy and it's like an idiot. Like you said, when you're watching, like, okay, I probably would have done the same thing, like taken it out of I would have like succumbed to it. Who said that?
It sounded like he was suffering terribly.
And that like I'd be strong enough or smart enough in that moment, you know, giving all that's going on, you know, seeing an angel and a demon fighting, if I would be able to have the sense about me to not pull that out of there. But, you know, as we're watching it, we criticize and whatnot. But it's much different when you're faced with when you're actually facing a demon and an angel is fighting. It's a lot different, I'm sure.
Well, also in that moment, I couldn't help but think, I'm like, ooh, the lesson is here is not to meddle in things you don't know and don't understand, because he did exactly what I would do, which is you hear someone like with this tortured scream, you see someone suffering, you want to go and help, and yet clearly he had no idea what he was messing with, which is basically what the angel so much has said to him afterwards. But also at the same time, there is that flip side of me, that probably that part of me that knows that's exactly what I would do and wants to justify it. I was like, we wouldn't ever get good stories if people didn't act foolishly. Yeah. So, like, we wouldn't have this story if it weren't for that guy who pulled the stone out of the demon.
Let us know what you thought about this down below in the comments. And if you want all of our Diablo reactions, check out the description of this video. We got a playlist there for you, as well as a link to our Patreon where you find early ad-free access. You can go ahead and check that out. Thanks so much for checking out our reaction for Diablo 2 Resurrected, all cinematics, but just keep in mind
that our reaction is definitely not definitive.